Hey there, friends. How's it going? Richard here coming at you. Let me ask you, if you're a business owner, how are you getting your clients and customers? Now, there are all kinds of ways, and I'm not saying that I'm not coming out here telling you that I'm expert in all things marketing and advertising, but um, I've found increasingly, at least for myself, that like creating content that works for you over weeks and months and years is probably one of the best investments of time and energy you can use for your business. If you're a business owner and you think that your website is just supposed to be there to provide like the name of the business, the address, telephone number, and operating hours, you are mistaken. Your website can drive a ton of traffic to your business, and that business eventually converts into clients or customers or whatever it is. The fact of the matter is, you gotta like taking a step back. Google as a search engine, the intent of Google is to provide answers to questions. So when somebody goes to Google and types in whatever term they're looking for, Google like sorts through all of the content it has out there and presents a list of the top, each page, whatever it is, 10, 20, 30, um, top 10 results that it believes respond to that inquiry. Now, the reason why you want to create as a business owner the best content is that if Google increasingly finds by its users' activities that your content answers like the question in the most complete way, then Google will push you to number one. And that's the intention here. It's like there are lots of different factors. I'm not going to get into like what some factors are because it's beyond the scope of like what I know. I'm not an SEO professional, just a business owner that like really believes in the power of using content to grow your business. So in this video, we're going to use Reddit. And the question is like, how can we hijack Reddit so that we know what content to create? And the idea behind this is that if in a search query, right? And I think for this example, I haven't done it yet, so I may make some mistakes live on video, but I'm going to use the case of like a coach. So if you're a life coach, an executive coach, a grief coach, a relationship coach, whatever. If you're in like the transformation space, think about it. Like, how can you create content on your website that brings people to your website so that you can convert them, right? Sign them up for a free 1 hour, 30-minute, 1 hour coaching call, like complimentary session to see if it's a good fit. Now, the reason why in this video I want to use Reddit is because Reddit is user-generated content. There are a ton of forums online, right? Reddit is one of the major players. Quora is another one that you can do the same thing for. But the reason why Reddit is actually very unique, and Quora, like these forums, is because all the content that appears there are user-generated, right? So if we can find questions that are relevant to our business, right? In this case, again, we're going to use coaching as life coaching as our example. Then if think about it this way, if Reddit is being pushed by Google as the number one result for a search term, like there are people that create content on Reddit to rank, but it's not like you want content on your website. So none of this content on Reddit is really optimized, or not a lot of it is optimized to be number one. So basically, if you can find questions or topics where Reddit, Quora, YouTube, like social media is the number one spot, those are easy search terms or questions or topics for you to answer to help stack the deck in your favor, that your content will rank, like be a top ranker on Google for that search inquiry. So that's the whole intention here. Now, you could easily just search through Reddit, right? So if you're a professional coach, let's look for, life coach, right? And then you can manually go through it. But I don't have, as a business owner, I don't have the time, energy, or patience to really do that. So that's why we're going to use a keyword tool to help like accelerate and expedite this research. Okay, basically we want to find topics in here, questions that people are asking, things that we can answer on our website with a blog post, with a video blog, whatever it is, blog. Create content specifically tailored around a search topic so that instead of Reddit being number one, right? A user-generated forum inquiry, we are ranking #1. All right, so let's get to it. The tool I'm going to use, and I have a couple of videos on my workflow with this. It's called WriterZen. Reason I love WriterZen is because one, right now you can get it for like a lifetime deal. Let me just log out real quick. Just show you the. Oh, I could have done pricing there, but whatever. Just real quick, if you're a business owner, I love lifetime deals because you control your cost. Maybe you buy software or get in on software where it's in its infancy, and they build this tool. Anyways, WriterZen has been out for a couple of years now, and they continue to update their tool. And if you're going to do this kind of like content creation, you're probably better off investing in some kind of keyword research tool, just so you're expediting topic research, keyword research, and figuring out what you're going to write about. So basically, where's the pricing here? It's like lifetime. Right. There's other plans. Right here. So for the time being, I don't know how long they're going to keep this lifetime deal available. Basically, you go all in for $600 lifetime. You get all the updates, and again, from the time I purchased my WriterZen account to now, they've added so many great features. Actually, one of the most recent features is what's gonna make this Reddit hijacking possible. So again, I highly suggest investing in like the all-in-one or the $615. Listen, for if you're a professional coach, right, $600. You get one client from this method, it pays for itself twice, 2 or 3 times over. So just think about it that way. Anyways, let's get back in there. And we're going to figure out how to use WriterZen to figure out the keywords we're going to rank for. So now we're going to start off with Keyword Explorer. Topic discovery, I talked about in a prior video. We're just going to jump here to Keyword Explorer. Now, what you want to do is, I think the way I like using WriterZen is when you're doing keyword research, you want to start broad, and then let the tool, right, whether it's WriterZen or Ubersuggest, whatever keyword research tool you're using, let it do the work and figure out the related terms. So Keyword Explorer, what it really does inside of WriterZen, it like pulls related terms. So it searches I want to say it was the top 100 results. And then like the terms that appear frequently is what it considers related terms, right? So that's what we're going to find here in Keyword Explorer. And then we're going to use that list, narrow it down even further, and then figure out which ones are opportunities to create content to replace Reddit as #1. So again, if we're going to say we're a life coach, I'm just going to go in here and say life coach. Yeah, let's just do life coach. All right, United States, you can change the country if you want, change language, but I'm going to use just life coach, United States, English, and let's go. All right, in just a couple of moments, you'll get something like this. This is going to be some of the more basic metrics of the life coach kind of realm, right? It gets a lot of volume, 49,000, let's just call it 50,000 searches a month on average. These are, when you type it in Google, search in Google, these are the top 10 results, top 9 results. The average cost per click, so people are paying about $5.26 to show up as an advertiser on the term life coach, right? These are all metrics that you can get practically with any and every keyword research tool. So again, not that critical for us. This total search volume is like, if you can, the related keywords comes out to 3,644 keywords. So WriterZen went out, again, scraped the top 100 results and came back with this list of 3,600 keywords saying that if you can create content that ranks for all 3,600 keywords, that you would get about 624,000 searches per month. Like the aggregate of the universe of keywords related to our term life coach is about 624,000 searches per month. That's a lot. But for our little local business, or if you're one person life coach practice, you don't need 600,000 searches a month. You really don't. It'd be great if you can, but for our purposes, it's a lot. All right, so what we're going to do now is we could start filtering some stuff out now and reducing these keywords, but I don't want to do that, right? So all I'm going to do is in WriterZen, I'm going to take all of these and then I'm going to add the keywords to a list. And as you can see, I like to use this nomenclature or naming mechanism. A seed keyword was, oh gosh, life coach, right? Life coach. Okay, we're going to add all those keywords. So WriterZen internally is going to add all 3,600 keywords into a list. We're done with the Keyword Explorer tool. Now we're going to head to the next tool inside of WriterZen, the Keyword Planner. This is like the most powerful part of WriterZen, and why I think, if you're looking to do content creation for your business, definitely want to invest in something like this. Seed keyword we said is life coach is going to be our project. We're going to then just import our keywords. It's going to pull all of them in. And then what it does here, one of the most powerful aspects or aspects of WriterZen, or functions in WriterZen, is that it does clustering. So it looks at each keyword, and then if it realizes that the same result appears multiple times for in the top 10 results for multiple keywords, it groups those keywords together, meaning that if like life coach and life coach coaching, right, if it goes out and searches those two terms and it pulls back from the top 10 results for each of those two keywords, that three of the websites that each result points to are the same, it's going to say that it's closely related, right? It's a cluster, meaning that if you can rank for life coach, you probably can rank for life coach coaching. So when somebody types in either one of those, if your content, if it's right about the cluster, you'll show up in either one of those searches. That's why clustering is so critical. All right, so we're going to do that. Activate golden filter, which we're going to want to do. That's just another scoring metric that WriterZen uses, and we're going to hit add. It's going to take, depending on the size of your list, it may take a couple of minutes, but WriterZen is actually pretty quick. Their engine has gotten very fast. So we'll just wait around here and see how long it's going to take. All right, now we're back. It took about 12 minutes or so real time to get here. And it's still doing some more processing, but for now, we're not even going to use the all untitled. Again, we wanted to see where can we find hijack Reddit. So once you're here in Keyword Planner, all we're going to do is head to domain. And again, this is what I was mentioning, one of the new filters or metrics, like functions that WriterZen has recently added to help like figure more things out. So these are the top, starts at 5 as a default top 10 that is taking up or like controls the real estate. So this website, very well mined, gets about 55% of the total search volume for these keywords, life coach, right? So their share is huge. They're massive. Like basically for all 3,600 terms that we've included here, they get about their website or their URLs, their blog post content shows up about a little over half the time in the top 10. There's some more metrics about like weighted rank and whatnot, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that here. We're going to find Reddit, right? Opportunities for us to answer questions where Google thinks that the best answer is found on Reddit. Okay, so now we're going to go here to filter rules. We're going to add a filter, include, I'm just going to say keywords that, and then we're going to see, let's see if Reddit is on there. Boom. And you know what? If you want to add other ones, you can do Quora, and we'll also do YouTube, right? Because I think that's another one. We're youtube.com. Are ranked in, for this purpose, I'm just going to say the number 1 spot, but you can do any in any position, right, within like the top 10 if you want to range like 1 through 5 or something like that. But for our purposes, I'm going to say I want to see where are these 3 websites in this list of keywords here, where are Reddit, Quora, and YouTube ranking number one for which keyword? So we're going to apply those and see what it is. So now, this is what we're left with. We're left with, let me see, move this over here. If I go to topic, 24 clusters, 57 keywords to choose from. So there are 57 keywords in total that the number one result on Google is found in Reddit, YouTube, or Quora. So for instance, we're going to start, let's just go with right here. Right? Can you be, let me just uncheck that. I don't know. Can you be a life coach with a psychology degree? Let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, when this search term, which gets an average of 10 searches per month, excuse me, Quora is ranking number one for this search. Reddit is number 5. But those are great, like in the top 10 searches, top 10 results, 2 of them are these like user generated forms. This is a great keyword to create a blog post around, or I mean, if you want to do video, but I think a blog post for your website. Can you be a life coach with a psychology degree? And better yet, it's like a question. It's like staring you in the face. Can you become and see if you rank for this, and this is what I was talking about, the clustering. Can you be a life coach with a psychology degree? You'll probably rank for this as well. Can you become a life coach with a psychology degree? Let's see what else is in here though. Life coach types, life coaching example, 170 searches per month. Let's see what's ranking here. YouTube is number 1. Quora is in the 6th position. YouTube number 9. So as you can see again, in the top, for the top 9, why is the top 10 not there? In these top 9 results, YouTube and Quora take up 3 of the top 9 results. This is another incredible keyword to go after, create content for your website to try to rank number 1. Let's see, life coach scams. If you create on your website life coach scam, a post, all right, a blog post article around the term, make it like optimized around the keyword and the topic, life coach scams, you can get all. Let's see if our life coach is legit. Reddit's number 1, Quora number 4, Medium number 8. So as you can see, like opportunities abound to Reddit, Quora, Medium. I wonder if those are the same results. Let's keep going here. Coaching resources, right? So this is good if you're like a coach to coaches. Life coach Reddit, becoming a life coach Reddit, life coach peep show. What's the life coach peep show? Jez being a life coach peep show. I don't know what peep show is. This might be a little more specific, but something to look into if you know what that is. Becoming a life coach Reddit. All right, this is all. So you wouldn't like use this term because it's focused on Reddit. So we'll just keep looking. What does a life coaching session look like? This is a great topic, and let's see who's ranking on this. YouTube's number 1, YouTube number 3, YouTube number 8. So in these top results, Google is saying, I don't have and no coaches materials out there. No coaches content is like responding adequately to the inquiry. So I'm going to put YouTube number 1. That's what you're looking for. These opportunities to pick, like, don't worry about the volume. Like, because as you write articles on what does a life coaching session look like, invariably you include terms and mention like different topics within that article that connect and demonstrate your expertise and knowledge in the area of life coach. So you'll start, as you write for this particular term, what does a life coaching session look like? You'll also like start ranking for the terms that are obviously correlated and associated with this, right? Let's look at one more. Inspirational life coach. This looks like an interesting life coach YouTube. Maybe not. Coach versus therapist. Stephanie Lynn life coach. All right, these are Reddit, but I mean, life coach versus therapist might be something you want to look at. And again, if you find terms here with Reddit, what you could do is just make a note, take down the term, like put it in a Google sheet, life coach versus therapist. That's a great comparison. Go back and do this again. Go back into Keyword Explorer, look up that term, and then do the same thing to see the opportunities that exist for you. But anyways, this is how you can hijack questions on Reddit to start ranking your website. Do nothing life coach. What is this? Do nothing. Message of motivation. Look at it. 1, 2, 3. All top 5 are YouTube and Reddit. TikTok is number 6. YouTube. Oh my God, this is all social media. Do nothing life coach. If you're out there and you want to be the do nothing life coach, this is an excellent keyword to go after, because Google is like struggling to find content for this keyword. Right, but that's how you can hijack Reddit. Use a tool like WriterZen. You can use any keyword research tool to help you out with this. You can just go on Reddit and again search for questions and make a list of that. I just think a keyword research tool helps, as you can see, expedite the process. And for me, using WriterZen, as you can see how powerful it is and how quickly you can figure these things out. You can just spend, I don't know, a half an hour going through all of these topics. Open a Google Sheet, just copy and paste all the terms that you want to create. 10, 20 terms, like you have 20 articles to write. And again, just figure out how you can opportunities for you to rank number 1 on Google by looking for places or terms where the number 1 or top 5 results are like forums, right? User-generated content, Reddit, Quora, YouTube, TikTok, and those are great opportunities to start ranking your website and driving more traffic and ultimately making more money for your business. And again, you can also do this. Again, this video kind of used life coaches as an example, but this is what I do for my law practice. This is what I do for my SaaS business. Going in there, finding these keywords that, all right, if Reddit is the number 1 answer, I think like that's an easy place to get a win. Throw it into, create content really quickly with like a generative AI tool, optimize that content, and then publish it. And that's how you get traffic to your website relatively quickly. All right. If you found this video helpful, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have any comments or any other questions, maybe want to walk through a different industry example, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to share with you. And again, if you'd like to take advantage of the lifetime deal that's going on right now, I don't know how long. I am an affiliate for WriterZen, I'll say that, but I really love the tool. I open it up every day to do this work for my own businesses, and I really encourage people to take advantage of the lifetime deal. So if you want to do that, you can head to richardkistnen.com/WriterZen. Sign up do that in like an incognito window. Make sure I get my affiliate cut. It doesn't change the price that you pay, but I do get a small percentage back. Helps me make these videos more fun and whatnot. Pay for daycare. So if you like that, again, I really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. And again, until next time, you take care. Be well. Bye for now.